now available at Amazon.com. Terry Stueck, Forgive Instantly and Live Free.
I was in a support ministry in churches. I was teaching groups and leading groups. I was in the care ministry. And in that ministry in the church, I would lead various kinds of groups, divorce recovery groups, small group Bible studies, things of that nature. And I would talk about and tell them the things that I was teaching down at the Atlanta Union Mission, where I also was ministering and helping out down there. I would tell them the things I was teaching on forgiveness. They would pick up little tidbits of the things that I gave the men at the mission. And the church folks would say, you've got to get that down in writing so that we can have that out here. We need it as bad as the folks down at the mission. I didn't view myself as a writer, and I still don't. I view myself as a missionary. But to get it down in writing has magnified how far it went. I was doing a great ministry down at the Atlanta Union Mission, giving this to men, and I was seeing results of changed lives as they learned to forgive, and it would set them free from their past. That has been magnified now because of the book is available to all the missions across the country. Many missions have picked up this book as a curriculum in the downtown gospel rescue missions on the topic of forgiveness. And they actually teach it and use it as a course in their missions. This book is unusual, and it is been called by some who review it as the best self-help book ever written. But it really is all credited to Jesus because it comes out of the Sermon on the Mount and uses Jesus as a platform of what bitterness is. It's that debt. And so the book gives a detail of Jesus' display of bitterness as being a debt. You owe me an apology. So it comes from the New Testament Sermon on the Mount. I think working with the rescue missions as I do has given the book a flavor that is important, that I've kept the message simple. Keep it down at a fourth grade level. Because I'm working with men on the street, and I wrote the book then from that perspective, to keep this so simple that you can get it. Don't make the flowery words and theological stuff. Get this down where it can be understood on the street. And the church people appreciate that too. It's so simple. It's laid out. It's so easy to understand.
Also available at Amazon.com. Terry's second book, Being God.
Second book came out 2 years later in 2017, and it was on the topic of God's ownership, subtitled Stealing God's Power, Glory, and Kingdom. Comes right out of the Sermon on the Mount. And it's a very book for seekers who really want to go deeper and find the depth of Christian living. It's to let God be the owner of everything. And that takes you out. It's the place of peace. When it's God's problem and not yours. And everything is God's problem, not yours.
Order paperback versions from Amazon.com or order direct from the highplains.org website. Both books are also available as ebooks through Kindle, and both books are also available in audiobook format at Amazon.com, Audible.com, and iTunes. Bulk orders of paperbacks can also be arranged through the highplains.org website.
I am so thrilled that God uses me to help people. That's the exciting part. I'm just thankful to God that He uses me to help people.